Hello. Is it lagging? I swear to the good Lord. Is it lagging? Lag? Yes or no? Let's go! Anyway. Good, thank goodness. I deleted some videos and I tried to walk them back on. Anyway, so. Okay, let me rant. So basically, have this whole ocean folder of just ocean characters. We have, how many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 ocean characters right now. I do have another one who's one of these people's dads that I haven't put on there yet. So let me rant for a fat sec. So we have, it's the colors right about red, orange, yellow, green, light blue, dark blue, purple, pink, black, and white. So I might do brown just for fun. So first up, we have Dragar the anglerfish. I've showed him before. That's pretty basic. I need to fix his antenna. Also, he's red, so I don't like doing it. Then we have the Ruin the Cecilia. He'll be coming, if not like, then chat is like, shut up. Don't, now you're jinxing it. Alright, but the Ruin the Cecilia, he's getting glow up. If I can get this wig, it's an orange wig, it's coming, I just gotta pick it up. I gotta pick it up Monday, and maybe I'll film with him Monday. Maybe. Nothing. The Ruin the Cecilia. And he's supposed to have an orange wig, and I should get it in soon. It makes me look older, apparently, because I hadn't done it yet. Then we have Tia's favorite, Corvo the Coral Siren. He's a siren. There's a cool thing about him I've talked about before, but I don't talk about it again, just because I want you to see it now. But he doesn't play a huge role in the story, but he does play in something that a character does eventually get, or got when they were young. So he plays a role in that. He's one of my character's friends, for sure. Kaleo the Merman, green. I don't really know what his role is yet. I could just make an entire ocean story, but I don't want to at this point. But I might. Then we have a new character, Raytheon the Mawakan, which is a shark. I made that name up. The Makoan. The Makoan, M-A-K-O-A-N. Raytheon the Makoan. He's a shark creature, like a shark. Then we have Delmar the jellyfish, indigo. The Rattlesnake sea serpent, purple. He's the villain in Elden's story, which is the summoning. Bingo. Gale the siren, we know his story, Enchanted Prophecy. You know what? I will. Let me put that down. Anyway, but right now we have Laroon the Deep Sea Merman. His color scheme is black and gray. He's Laroon the Deep Sea Merman. That title might change. Then we have Alarin, the Heart of the Sea, like from Minecraft, but he's white. He's like his color scheme is like white. I'm gonna put that seahorse down. I'll make him brown. Yeah, thank you, Ejected. You coming up. Wait, so we have what creatures do we have? These are animals. We have the anglerfish. Wait, so technically it's an anglerfish, octopus, a siren, a merman, a shark, a jellyfish, a sea serpent, a siren, a merman, the heart of the sea, and a seahorse. See, Enchanted is like just so smart, you know. So smart. I'm stealing that. Brown seahorse. I actually have a character that's supposed to be a sibling with one of my other friends' characters, but we never got down to it. It was Tia. We had a character. We had 2 characters, but... And I have these characters. I have 3 dragons currently. 4 dragons. I just have 3 of them on this slide. Let me go ahead and put it on this slide, actually. Yeah, they say I'm notorious. Know my name, I'm victorious. Me too. Honestly, it takes forever. I'm in the middle of one with M edits, and wait... we're like all over the place. Okay, let me see. So right now we have 4 dragons that have makeup looks. Technically, the Magma Beast is a dragon, but we'll look. I have Raelum. Technically he's a dragon, but he's called the Magma Beast. Anyway, so let's see. We have Aragon. We got him. Boltaris, the Storm Dragon. I broke his horns. I got the new horns, and then I broke him off the headband on accident. I was just trying to mess with him. Then we have Soren, no, Thunder. Thunder the Wyvern, because I didn't like Soren for a dragon name. It's just not, like, oomphy. I'm going to use it for a character name, but it's just not oomphy like I like it to be. No. My set is in my room in my dad's, but my walls are green, so I have, like, I have a sheet behind it. Because I want to paint my walls white so I can reflect lights off of it. And I got these, like, little press-on lights, but I don't know if they're going to show up, on the, because I have a ring light. I don't know if it's going to show up because of how bright that is. Because Enchanted and Elena know why I can't have lights. Or if I do, I'll have to figure out where to put them. Then we have Briar the Drake. Okay, so, basically, in the Enchanted Prophecy, I don't know if y'all are asking shit about this, but I'm just gonna rant. But in the Enchanted Prophecy, we have, 1 second. In the Enchanted Prophecy, we have our elders, our guardians, our wardens. Not all of them will be called wardens, but they'll be like Tehran, he's a warden. And then Sias is a guardian and an elder, or he's just one. I haven't decided yet, but he's called the Enchanted Forest Guardian. But we have our guardians, our elders, our wardens, our kings, our queens, our princes, our princesses. And basically, if you haven't guessed, I'm just gonna go and spoil this. Aragon, Selkath, Blaze, and Taro, Gale, Selkath, Aragon, and Taro, and Blaze are all the children of the elders. There's 4 elders. We have the Forest Elder, the Dragon Elder, the Gorgon Elder, and the Siren Elder. Or, the Stone Elder. The Forest Elder, that's Asias. The Ocean Elder, which is Gale's dad. His name's Waden. Aragon's mom, which is Neri, the Flaming Elder. And then Selkath's mom, Zendaya. She's the Stone Elder. Yeah, there's empresses. I have Adria, the Undead Empress, and Adora, and the Undead Emperor. Wait, I can do this now. Yes. Okay, I'm not done with the character tree yet. I've been working on it for weeks, but it's taking too long. But I'm just gonna go ahead and spoil some stuff. Because nobody's gonna give a fuck. Nobody cares about this shit. I do. But, people, our community is small because people that follow me are, okay, I'll tell my friends. Over half of my community, my subscribers are before I started doing fantasy, so half of them do not give a shit. So I can just spoil whatever I want, and nobody will probably remember. So, we have our universes start with 4 gods. Let me finish this. In the gods, there's no incest. I made sure of it. Not doing what Greek mythology does with brothers, sisters having babies. Hell no. We're doing pure. No incest, okay? I'm not doing a mother has a son with her son. A mother has a kid with her son, or a dad has a kid with his daughter, or with a cousin. None of it. Zilch. Not a zilch. No. Anyway, so these 4 just spawned, okay? They just spawned in the thin air. Okay? We have Arawa, the goddess of time, Adalor, the god of space, Ahili, the goddess of creation, and Daril, the god of death in the afterlife, okay? Arawa? Yeah, there's no brothers, sisters, cousins, brothers, aunts, uncles, none of it. Nothing having babies. Anyway, or even dating or anything like that. Ew, anyway. We have Aura, the goddess of time, and Adalor, the god of space. They're married. They have kids. They've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 kids. They had Indra, the goddess of storms. Charis, the god of love. Siron, the celestial. Heladam, the goddess of darkness and the moon. And Zareen, the god of prophecy. Okay? Then we move over here to Ahili and Kralius. I didn't mean Daril, I meant Kralius. I changed his name. His name is Kralius, the god of death in the afterlife, okay? Ahili and Kralius have a bunch of kids due to a reason. They have Killian, the god of warfare, Heracles, the god of poison and disease, Cenarius, the god of the sun, Aegion, the giant, Next list, I spoiled it. Okay, I'm just gonna say it. Aegon the Giant, Nexus the Basilisk, Loralis the Sea Serpent, Vial the Eternal Stag, and Cyrus the Eldritch. Okay? I spoiled that and I wasn't supposed to. Which, with these 5, with Aegon, Nexus, Loralis, Vial, and Cyrus, she did, never mind. And I told you that some are Titans and some aren't. Some are Titans and some aren't. I won't tell you which ones are, which not, because I want it to be a surprise. Is the chat disabled? Or am I just being stupid? Enchanted, text me right now and tell me if it is. Please. Please. Okay, good. Anyway. Okay, we're gonna move back over here to Arwa. Good. Because I get scared when something isn't said for a while. I'm like, shit. Anyway. But we have, break it down. So, moving over back to Arwa. Okay, listen. I'm gonna get this side of the family tree and I'll stop when I get to this side of the family tree, okay? Just because. Okay, back over to Arwa and so we have Chris, the god of love. So Chris is the son of Arwa and Adelar. Killian is the son of Ahili and Kralius. Yes, they're gay. Get over it. Chris and Killian, they have a kid, but it's not what you think. They have a kid, but not one of them has the baby. It's like magic. Like I've sent Enchanted this and I've sent Michaela this like a while back about how the Primals have their children, how they have their children like it's born from something. I talked about that like weeks ago. Like I'll get into that later. But since Karis is the god of love, I mean love, attraction, that he can just like make it like combining his magic with his magic, baby. But I have receipts, so I'm not even trying to be rude about it. I'm just like, I know people are gonna say shit. And I have receipts. I have it with you, and I have it with Michaela. Big brains. I sent Michaela a message yours that night on the call. You said I'll read it later because it was I sent you at like 12 o'clock at night. Anyway, you already do. But basically, our magic. Chris is the god of love, so basically he can just have a baby if he wants to. Doesn't have to do anything. But they have. So what do you get when you mix love and war? Love and war. What do you get? You get peace. You already know. Would they have Lorila, the goddess of peace? War and love equals peace. So goddess of peace. Okay. Then we have Indra. She has a demi-goddess child. No father. Because I don't want no father. Just because I don't, honestly, on some of these there's not dads and moms or maybe it's just they're just there because their family tree is not important. But like in this case it is. Yeah. I was going to call it that. I'm like, no, I'm not going to. But like, yeah. Wait, that's with Wistaviva and Bullseye. Anyway, I can just spawn that shit in my brain. Anyway, but those servers are not called. It's just because goddess of love. I mean, god of love, god of war. And honestly, I used to kick girls out, but I'm like, no, I'm gonna keep them. I'm just gonna gender bend them because I don't give a fuck. But so we have love and war, make peace, okay? Then Indra, she has Aella, the demigoddess of, and I don't want it to be lightning because she's a goddess of storms, and it could be lightning, but Aella's son is lightning. He has lightning power, so it could be like the demigoddess of something. I'm deciding on that. And basically, you listen to this. Aella and Asias have a kid, which is Antero. Antero is the son of Asias and Aella. Blaise is the son of Asias, but he's adopted because Aella left them. It's a whole story. So Antero and Blaise are brothers, but not by blood. But of course, any kind of, yeah. You don't have to memorize this. I just want to rant about it. Okay. And now we're going to skip over. Okay, listen to me. So now we're going to Asias. A bunch of people speculated this. What's the word? Speculated this. That Asias and Evander are brothers. They are. Their parents are Sakalo the Sky Lord and Arianel the Silver Dove. So Sakalo and Arianel have have Osiris and Evander, okay? But the thing is, here's a little scandal. Sakalo cheats on the Silver Dove, Arianella, with Danica, the Lady of the Skies. And they have, guess who? Avian. Bingo. Avian. And the Zecora is just up there. It is no family right now. Zecora is just there. Zecora the Harpy is just existing. Yes, Avian. And then that's where the family line is there. And then we go back to Evander. He has a son, which is a Grove. Yes, we definitely will. Grove the Woodland Fae. He was He was the Fae advisor for Eudora, and then he was a servant, which is like a deer creature. And then actually, first he was a Woodland Fae, and I didn't like that, but I liked it, so I was gonna make another character. But I just gave it back to him. Then he was a servant. Then he was a Fae advisor, and then he was a Woodland Fae, and then he was a deer Fae, and then he was just a deer. There's a bunch of things, but he's a. Mine is superpower, plasma. My superhero, Elix, he has plasma, so plasma. I love him. Either plasma or psionic powers. Back to this. Or was I? Okay, now we're gonna back to Killian. So Killian, it's not his son, but he has two descendants. Asher the Shadow Slayer and Aurora the Villager. Asher and Aurora are brother and sister. Okay? They're descendants, not sons. Yeah. Okay. And the thing is, and y'all know this. I'm not saying I don't give a fuck. I'm sorry for cussing so much. I don't give a frick. I know. Anyway, but I mean nobody's gonna remember this lore anyway. So bye, Isha. If you can't guess, Aurora, Atlas, and Asher are all friends because I've shown them. I've shown Asher and Atlas in a video, and I'm remaking that video. I just have to do the Shadows video. That's it. I'm not stopping, bro. I'm not stopping. Aurora, the younger sibling. Yeah, Aurora's the younger sibling. No. Aurora's the older sibling. What's up? Aurora's the younger sibling. Asher's the older sibling. Okay. I'm just ranting about stuff. Really. Also, back to this. Killian and Chris's daughter, Lorala, the goddess of peace, she blesses Nalorian, the boundary keeper, so he can keep peace. He's also in the story with Celestin. I'm going off track. And then over here, we have, also back to the, there's so much intertwining, bro. Just existing, we have Eudora and the High Elf and Callum the Sprite, right? They're just existing. Eudoran is just there is no family ties right now. Nothing. Nada. He's like Evander and Cyrus, where he's a guardian, but he's a high elf. You know what I mean? We have Callum the Sprite. So if you've seen my video with Callum the Sprite with favorite character, Blaze, Aragon, Callum, so many. Sakalo, Avian, so many. Anyway, but we have Callum the Sprite, right? Callum, if you see my video with the Garden of Shadows, he took in those two kids. There's actually 3 kids, and there are 3. So we have he's like adopted, but they took him in from the forest because they were left. Too much. No, it's not too much. People like to say too much, but it's not too much. So Callum takes in Celestin the Songweaver, Lavelle the Lavender Fae that I show. That's a new character, and Viridon the Druid. He took in those 3 kids from the forest. Infinite lore. Yes. I need some water. So are those. And okay, I'm gonna stay on this side for a minute, okay? Okay, we have those. Okay, so let's get into the elders and stuff. So we have Waden, the Ocean Elder, who has 2 kids, Gale the Siren and Tolneus the Siren. Tolneus is Gale's sister. And yes, a few of the characters have sisters, some of them don't. I just don't care. Then we have Nuri the Flaming Elder. She has 2 sons, Aragon the Dragon and Tyrannel the Dragon. The funny thing about Neri is she has green flames. Like, she's like a green flame dragon. And her son, Aragon's blue flame, and Tyrannel's the red flame. Yes, I'm full on diving. Lore can never be too much. Yes, that's what I do. I'm like, you know what? Aragon was blue. No, actually, Aragon started out as green. He started off as teal turquoise. Then he shifted into green. and then he shifted into, well, he was light blue with red, then he was teal, then he was turquoise, then he was green. Then he was green, and then he was purple, and then he was green again, and then he was now he's blue. Okay. Wait, are you telling me to choose a random color? Or are you saying just choose, like, you telling me to choose one for you? And Yuri has those two, yeah. Then we have Zendaya the Gorgon Elder, which is the Stone Elder. And she has Selkath, no sibling ties. And then, so if you have it, Blaze, Antero, Selkath, Gale, and Aragorn are all friends. Oh, both. Orange, for fun. I love orange. Orange, enchanted, orange. They're all friends. Okay, and of course, if you haven't guessed, Isaias, Nuri, Waden, and Zendaya are all, they've been friends. Okay? They've been, like, close. And over here existing, we have Kaleo the Merman, Corvo the Coral Siren, Nerud, and Cecilia. They're just existing. Okay? Now we're moving over a little bit. So we have Kalara and the Oracle. I love orange. Any shades of orange. Like, even look, my iPad case, orange. Anyway, we have Kalara and the Oracle. These people live in the same place. They live in the, no they don't. Kalara lives in that place. Anyway, we have Dangel the Beast of the Wild. We have a good bit of beasts, but I'm telling you four. We have Dangel the Beast of the Wild, Raelan the Magma Beast. He's the dragon. He's the orange. He's like a deep red and orange dragon. Willowrock the Blossom Beast, Ash the Thornfire Beast. 1 second. Anyway, so Dangel has like, okay, there you go. Like, if you can't tell, Ash the Thornfire Beast, Earth or plants and nature, and fire. Bingo. I only have 104. That's including boys, girls, and unshown and shown. I only have that many. It's not many. But yes, I love like a pastel orange. Okay, now we're moving over. Back here. So, oh, I'm not done with that family yet. Okay, so back to Aura and Adelar. When they had Hiladum and Tenarius. Tenarius is Ahili Kralis' son. The sun and moon, haha, very funny. They go together. They have 2 kids. They have Darius, the god of magic, and Aurelius, the dawn keeper. I may give him a 3rd kid for the dusk keeper, or for the dusk watcher, but I'm not sure. Okay, we have those. They have kids. Nothing happens there. Zareen is over here by himself. He has no. Okay. Okay. Let's move over here to the other gods. Here we go. So Hylian, blah blah blah. So Heracus, the god of poison. Basically the whole thing about this is like they. Yes. And items. Wait. Oh, items. I get you. Heracus, the god of poison, has Sloran, the god of slumber and dreams. So I made that his son because poison, and you can, like, your dreams or the slumber can be poisonous if you're in it for too long. You know what I mean? It's bad for you. So if you get what I'm going there, but it also can be great. Like poison can fight off shit. You know what I mean? Anyway, and Sloran's there. Then we have Aegon the Giant. He has 2 kids, or descendants, not kids, descendants. Zenoran the Tharak, I've showed him, and Draven the Goliath. I haven't shown him. If you don't know this, Zenoran, he's the one with the black hair, the gray tank top, the silver headpiece, silver crown thing, and the blue markings. He has like the dark blue magic. He was originally supposed to be Goliath, but I changed it. So then there's the Tharak, which is an original creature, which is like he can heal people, but he can move mountains, and he can heal people with the minerals of the mountains, if you know what I mean. And then Draven. And then we know this much. Vael, the Eternal Stag, he has Eldon the Golden Ox, if you haven't guessed that. Shoot, wait! Damn it! Fuck! I forgot to put Valor on here. Valor's Killian's son. I forgot to put his ass on there. Let me go ahead and make a note of that. I'm so dumb. Let me make a note of that. Why did I Bro, he's one of my favorites too. What the fuck? Avengers doesn't have a best friend. Slash is his brother, but he doesn't really have a best friend as of right now. Which I figure Jador and him will be friends. I figure he'll be friends. Okay, back over here now that I remembered that. How did I forget lore? I either Google them or I do them in my head. I mash names together. Okay, back over here. So we know Vael has Eldon. He does have a wife though. He's Rylot. Okay, so spoiler alert. Get ready. So y'all know Song I did with Ordinary the other night with no makeup. Little lore about that short. The red one right there, she's a girl. Ha, gotcha. With the brown hair and horns. She's not gonna have horns though, I don't think. But once she's that little orb. That's Rayla the Ruby Witch. Viola and her have Elden the Golden Ox, okay? The whole thing about them is Viola made a deal to keep his son safe. That's why Viola's up here in the God realm and Rayla's here. That orb she sends him is like to let her know that they're still okay and that Elden's okay, and so that it's like a message in a bottle, but it's an orb, and she sends it to him, and he can like infer. You know what I mean? Fantasy. I started in like 20, so I don't know when I started actually. I'll have to go back and look. Anyway, Elden and the Golden Ox, right there. Okay, we're done with that. Cyrus the Blank. I said that what he was, but I'm gonna keep that a secret because he's the villain in the Enchanted Prophecy. Okay, I'm gonna keep what his title is a secret. I'm gonna keep that one a secret. Okay, now that we're done with all the family from the gods, now let's get over here. So, we have my primals, okay? I've lore dropped to Enchanted and Michaela a while back. So here we go. Let me get more water. Okay, so we have my primals. My primals are like your spirits, or your elemental spirits. They're the primals. Hey, somebody text me. Did the chat get disabled? Somebody text in chat, please. Or Enchanted text me on Instagram. I'm just trying to make sure. Please don't be disabled. I'm begging you. Okay, it's disabled. I'm going to restart the live so we can keep running. We'll start with my primals next. Okay, join the next slide, please. Bye!